Hi, my name is Miriam Catalina, and as I mentioned of my last episode on Spotify about the habits, I'm your coach for Angels Messages. So today we have a new topic that is related to the grief or your griefs that you want to close them. So the reason that I like to talking about that because sometimes we relate it only with the pass away of a person that we estimate too much, that we could love and was really important in our life, but also we have some kind of mourning when we do some changes in our life. Well, like example, when we change from one house to another, or from country to other for a period of time, maybe no longer, but on a period of time that represents a lot of us as a new challenge to live that experience of change from one kind of life to another, or from other situations that maybe do not realize that there are some griefs that we need to close. What is important to close them? Because um, maybe we relate them, or that memories with some situations that are give us some sadness, and it is difficult for us to process it. We don't want to leave that. We don't want the pain for open that door and see in the past what happened, and maybe that challenge of change of work or change your house. Maybe it starts with a situation that was not too good for us. Maybe you have some issues internally with your family, or on your job at the time with your work team, or maybe you live a situation with a partner that your relationship stop and you need to move on and continue, but you don't look and don't close that process, just do the jump to the next activity or next situation, and you forget to close that. So maybe it takes longer, years pass away, but in a time that you live a new situation that is near what happened before, maybe you bring up those sensations, those feelings and emotions, and now you overreact for the new situation because you are carrying up those feelings, that you don't close it, that you don't live in that moment, that you do not feel in your body if you was anger, or if you was tired or so sad for that situation to change something in your life. um, Maybe you have a close change um, regarding a better position of job, or other activity that you get more benefits, but it is important to close the before activity or the before action that you had been practicing, because if you close it, you can look back and see all the benefits and all the growing that you have in that period of time, and of the lessons that you learned in that time, and all the effort and the work that involves to overcome that situation and move on and give you the abilities to go to the next step, or move on the next action, or the next process in your life. But if you don't look back and do that closing of the grief, you never know that you have that power, that you have already those abilities to do that action, and close more with the pass of the time. Maybe just pass away and you never see what happened, and never see what you learned and what are your new tools to um, doing new things, or live another new situations that maybe you feel that are too much for process it, that are too much to live them, that are too much to confront and pass them too. So it is important to close the griefs, and that is the message that I want to tell you. And also, and some kind of points that you can do, or some activities that you can do, it is like write a letter and think about all the good moments that you live in that house, in that apartment, or in that job. Remember all the challenge and the effort that you pass away, and you overcome and conquer, give you new tools, give you new environment and new opportunities to move on, and close the relationships, and what you learned from your partner, what are the messages that you give to him or her, what you learn from them, um, what you don't want to live any longer, and situation that you learned with pain, with fear, with um, with that maybe tired you, and you need to move on another relationship, right? And when it is moving from uh, um, a friend or some member in our family, it is important also to leave it. Maybe you need to be the stronger, the rude person in that situation, because everyone was weak, everyone was crying, everyone needs a shoulder to cry, and you don't give you the time to cry and process that situation, right? So if you don't do it, it will be also as this first example that I told you, that maybe past time and you live a new situation where someone lose someone, and you need to go to say goodbye. And when you do that process, remember all the back that you do not live as you wanted, or you was not able to cry for that person, and all the memories come back, and maybe you are feeling really really bad, and you don't understand why now you are crying too much, or why it is taking longer that you feel good, that you can relax, that you can stop crying, and don't feel bad for the pass away of that person. And if you continue carrying all those feelings and do not processing them, it will be each time more difficult to pass that, and it will be more pain for you, because you are carrying the first and the second, um, living that situation, and you don't know what to do with that. So the message here it is that you remember that person, remember the good moments, remember what you liked of that person, because as they are mirrors for from us, they are the windows that we can see what are our lives, how they grow up, and how we can live this reality and live in the now, so we see through them what are good in us. And so if you don't, maybe you don't realize that you have the same tools, the same benefits, the same advantage that you see in the other person, uh, maybe it's a remember note that as you see in them, you have it and you can use it. That's the biggest benefit that you get from that. um, Also, if you see something that you don't like in them, also it is a note for you that you need to look back inside on you and see what is pending to solve, what is not to the match to continue living your life as you want it. So those living griefs of the closer of them, it will give you all the potentials to see what are the new tools that you have, what are your advantage for living that situation, right? So today I have a message from the angels. I will use the cards just to write the message. So you can think in a question and maybe you can get the message for that. So the card is related to take a decision, uh, take an option. So they say that if you take the decision, please look the one that get more benefit from the majority of people, and also say that there is no more time to lose. Go for it. So you can go for the decision that you already take it, and look for the signals that they are give you in order to answer your question. And the other is call that person that are you thinking in this moment, so maybe through that person you get your answer. And let me see if we can extend that from the book. So it is take a decision or act. And it is, they said, we know that for these moments you don't know what is the next step, so you are fear that you are taking the wrong decision, and that can give you pain in your life. But if you look, they are saying you message that they don't see wrong decisions, and every decision gives you an path that you can draw it on pass, and all the benefits, it will be good for you. um, what they warning us that what is giving us pain, it is the action that you not take the decision, so that affect your peace, and you feel frustration or not good enough to overcome that situation. So they come to remind you that you are not alone in the road that you select. They will be there to put the pieces on the puzzle that give you more lighting on your step on your road. And also they see that one of the options that you have give you more peace, so you can take it. And uh, you need to remember that you are good enough for that situation, and there is no losing. um, there is no lose if you take one of the possibilities that you have in front. So you need to be sure that the decision that you take, whatever you take, it will give you the tools and the new environment so you can continue growing up. So if you have any question about the what are the messages from the angels, you can contact me on my Instagram and Dara. I will put the link on the chat comments, so you can take it for that, and we can also do a call, a meeting, whatever is need that you get the message. So see you later. Bye bye.